What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you for watching. So a couple weeks ago, we did a video on these little guys. This is probably my favorite shotgun slug ever made. And if you watch that first video, you'll see why. It was absolutely awesome. I was very surprised at how well they worked on almost every target we shot. But there was one very important piece missing from that first video, and after reading the comments, a lot of you guys wanted to see a proper self-defense test with these shotgun slugs. So today, we're gonna give it a shot. So if you missed the last video, I highly recommend you watch it. There's a lot more information there, but these are not your standard shotgun slugs, as I'm sure you can tell. So it is a 660 grain 12 gauge slug with a giant hollow point cavity, and we put a little spicy powder in there and then cap it off with a 22 blank. And when you shoot them, this is what happens. We'll put one on that red steel target. Well, as you can see, they are pretty lit, as the cool kids would say, and in the last video, almost everything we shot was setting them off, which kind of surprised me. So I want to see if you were to actually use these shotgun slugs for self-defense or a zombie apocalypse, would they work like they're supposed to? Let's find out. But before we do that, let's shoot another one. Why not? I love it! Hey guys, before we go any further, I want to take a minute to thank Aventon e-bikes for sponsoring today's video. Aventon is a high-quality electric bike company, and they build everything in-house, which makes finding replacement parts or upgrades for your bike very easy. There are way too many features to go over, but one thing I'll say is it is extremely comfortable to ride. The tires are fat, and it has incredible shocks on the front, which are also adjustable, so going over bumpy terrain or riding it out in the woods is no problem at all. And for the month of October, they have a special sale going on where if you buy 2 of their e-bikes, you save $250. So there'll be a link down in the description box below, and if you use the code BUY2 save $250, you will get $250 off. And again, that's only for the month of October. Stay tuned as we continue testing this thing, and again, a big thank you to Aventon e-bikes for sponsoring today's video. Now, there's one thing that I really wanted to shoot in the last video, and I never got around to it. So I figured, why not try it today? And that is a cinder block. Now, concrete is obviously very tough, and I thought this would be the perfect target to test these slugs on. So we're gonna see what happens. By the way, we did step back a little bit because I don't like shooting cinder blocks at close range. So hopefully we can hit it. The sound that made is absolutely incredible. Hopefully you guys could hear it. So not only do you have a giant 12 gauge slug slamming into solid concrete, which is already very powerful, but you also have that extra little charge that was in there, and I'm pretty sure that was the sound that I heard. I really hope that came through on camera because in person, it was absolutely incredible. But you can see how much damage it did to our cinder block. We've got a ton of these tiny little pieces laying around where it just completely exploded that thing, and then we've probably got 4 or 5 big ones. We actually have one big one that ended up all the way back here, so it threw that probably 6 or 7 feet off the table. So it definitely worked, and that was actually even cooler than I thought it would be. All right guys, now it's time for the test that you're all probably here to see, the self-defense test on a ballistic dummy lab head. So this is a zombie head, and we've done so many of these videos at this point. Most of you are probably familiar with them, but if you're not, it is a skull and everything you would see in a real human head wrapped in a layer of ballistics gel. And you can see how freaking cool that zombie head looks. So in self-defense, or a zombie apocalypse in this case, how much damage would these shotgun slugs do? Let's find out. Now, one thing I want to say really quick is shotgun slugs in general would be kind of a bold choice for self-defense. Not saying it's right or wrong, but slugs are very powerful. That being said, these are up even a notch from that. So this video is about self-defense, but before we even test it, I don't think I would recommend putting these slugs in a home defense shotgun. But in a zombie apocalypse, all rules go out the window and they would be absolutely perfect for that, which is why we're testing it on a zombie head. So I've got the head screwed into a 2x4, and then I screwed the 2x4 into our table so it stays put, and I'm also gonna shoot it from the side so we have a bigger target, and let's see how much damage these slugs actually do. All right, we've got our spicy shotgun slug here. If the zombies were coming, or you had a home intruder and were psycho enough to actually use these, how effective would they actually be? Let's find out. Oh! Might have been a little too close for that. Oh my God. Well, I have shot these heads with pretty much every caliber that I have, including elephant guns, 50 cals, everything, and I've never seen a result anywhere close to what we just saw. Wow. So there's literally nothing left. I mean, there's obviously some ballistics gel there. I think I see a piece of the mouth right there, but other than that, everything is gone. It completely painted our table blue. Rubber dummy got a bath, and so did the Texas Star. There is just bone fragments all over the place. Let me show you guys this. All the way over here at my truck is a bone fragment. That is probably, I would say, 20 feet, 30 feet away from where that thing impacted. So that worked a lot better than I thought it would, and I really don't know what to say. There's not much to look at. I kind of planned on, you know, looking at the head and seeing how much damage it did, but it just literally exploded the entire thing, and all we have are pieces laying on the ground all over the place. And then on the opposite side of my truck, all the way over here, we've got some more bone fragments. So from here to my truck is, I don't know, 20, 30 yards at least. And that is how far it threw those bone fragments. So as I said, my original plan was to examine the damage, look at the head closely, and show you guys what the results were. But unfortunately, there's nothing left. It literally blew it apart. All right, guys, I've got to say, unless there's videos out there that I haven't seen, this has to be one of the most effective projectiles ever fired on a ballistic dummy lab head on YouTube. Like I said, I've shot these things with probably 24 guns at this point, and I've never seen anything even come close to that. I hope y'all enjoyed this half as much as I did, because I had an absolute blast doing it. Thank you all for recommending it in the comments. I knew this was something that I had to do with these slugs because they're just so cool, so much fun, and as we saw, obviously very effective. Let me know in the comments if there is anything else you would like to see with these amazing shotgun slugs. I'd be happy to do it. If you liked the video, let me know down there as well, and hit that like button for me, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.